Hey there guys, welcome back. It's time for an update video for February. It's been another great month, so we'll go through some numbers at the end of the video, but we'll just recap on what's been going on and we'll make some plans for the next month. So if you are new here, we started a TCG business with zero in the bank. We had a little bit of a startup with some old tech that we sold, and then my personal collection that we started selling on eBay and Facebook. So we went over the numbers for what we did in January in the previous video. That included our startup fund. And then this month we've had some good sales. We went to a card show. We acquired some sealed product with some cards that we traded. It's been a very good month. What we're trying to do is go through everything that we've done and what we plan to do in the future. So we hit some targets from last month. We managed to go to a card show. We traded a full binder full of cards ranging from 10, 15, 20 pounds, and then a separate binder with some really low end stuff. So I'll start flashing up some pictures up on the screen of what we actually managed to get. But we got a Surging Sparks, ETB and booster bundle. Traded 4 cards and put £20 towards that. We also got a Temporal Forces, ETB, Pokemon Center, and some graded cards, and then a few singles. And then we also managed to pick up a Destined Rivals ETB and a Prismatic Evolutions booster bundle. Traded a big chunk of cards for that. And then we also managed to pick up a graded Blastoise card in a 9, but it's from the XY Evolution set, so I knew that would sell pretty quick, and it did. So yeah, so that was a really good show. We managed to do quite well. We spent around £30 in cash. Like I say, we put £20 towards the Surging Sparks. We bought a couple of loose packs. And then obviously we put the taxi fare that we spent to get there down as an expense, just so again we can keep track of stuff like that in the business. So I don't believe any of that stuff sold within the month of February. I believe it literally sold at the beginning of March. So we will do the numbers for that when it does show up. What we have been doing is buying quite a bit of sealed product, both from Facebook and from eBay. And a lot of that is down for March, so we'll sort that out next month. But things are going well, and going forward, our plan will be to continue to buy and sell sealed product where we can, hopefully at a little bit below market, and then we can put some profit onto there to make it up to the market value. Also want to be looking at getting some collections for another card show that we want to attend, again, so we've got some stuff to barter with and to trade. Anything of significant value we can then put on eBay for a little bit of extra profit. So yeah, we can look at doing a few different things to try and scale the business. The other thing that I am wanting to look at is the card repair. I have a Latios and Latias GX tag team that has got a few little dints in it. It's not the Lovebirds one, but it's got a few little dints and a crease that I'm going to try and get out with the card repair kit that we bought. I will record that and let everyone know what's going on with that. I also bought a little grading card set. I know there's apps to do it and they work quite well. I've bought a little grading card just so I can cross-reference things. I will be trying to look at doing some grading soon. There's a few promos that I've got and a few cards from different packs that I think might do well. I might go through them and make a video before we send it off, and then do a reveal video when they come back again. That will be a few months' time. It's just a plan for this month to look at. So yeah, let's go over the numbers and see what we did for this month. Again, sat down again just to make it a little bit easier for myself while we go through the numbers. So first up, we sold 2 Evolution singles, a Starmie and a full heel reverse hollow. That came out at £5.05 and then 79p in fees. And then we sold 2 more Evolution singles, a Poliwhirl and a Here Comes Team Rocket. Again, reverse hollows. That came out at £4.85 and then 75p in fees. And then we sold a Charizard from Dragon Majesty. That was at £4.37. There was no fees on that. And the same day we sold a Shelgon from the same set for £1.87. Now also remember the 87 there is the stamp. I don't put free postage because I can't afford to do that yet. So that is the standard second class stamp. And then on the 5th, we sold 2 Roller and Executor Tag Team GX cards. The alt-art one for £80 with £12.48 fees, and the normal one for £16.55 with £2.39 fees. And then next up was a Celebi VMAX from Chilling Rain. That was £4.37. And then on the 7th, we sold a Whooper from Dragon's Majesty at £1.87, and that had 23p fees. And we also sold a McDonald's promo, a Trico. That was at £3.55 with 43p fees. And then on the 8th, we had quite a good day. We sold 2 McDonald's promos, a Bulbasaur and a Chimchar at £5.55 with 67 fees. And then we also sold 8 25th anniversary McDonald's promos at £9.55 with £1.15 fees. And then 4 Scarlet and Violet singles at £6.87. And then on the 9th, we sold 41 Dragon Majesty singles. That was a nice big order for us at £56.87p with £6.83 fees. Now, that wasn't all fees, actually. What I did is, because they paid for large postage, all of the cards wouldn't have fit in a large envelope. So I forked out for 48-hour tracts, plus to make sure that they got the order with it being quite a big order, I wanted to make sure. So I forked out off my end for 48-hour tracts. And then on the 10th, we sold a Radiant Greninja from Astral Radiance. That was at £2.37 with 29p fees. And we also bought the card repair grading kit. That was at £40 from Amazon. I will leave an affiliate link in the bottom for that in the description if you want. Please check that out. And then on the 13th, we sold a Garchomp and Garatina Tag Team GX. That was £57 with £6.82 fees. And then on the 14th, we sold an Umbreon EX at £20 with £2.40 fees. And then we sold a Lugia Hollow at £12.67 with £1.52 fees. And then on the 15th, we put down all of the stuff for the card show. So that was £70 for 2 tickets, a taxi, and a little bit of money that we did put towards stuff. But we did obviously trade a lot of cards for some sealed and graded products. And then on the 16th, we sold the pink Mewtwo EX that we got from the card show for £20. We sold Breakpoint single for £1.87. We sold a Fates Collide single for £2.55 with 31p fees. PSA 9 Mega Blastoise from XY Evolution sold for £71.44, and that had £8.57 fees. And then we also sold a Mewtwo single from Evolutions at £1.87. That was 23p in fees. Then we sold 2 Alolan Raichus at £1.87p each. We sold an Idra from Astral Radiance for £6.13. And then we sold a Crimson Invasion for £2.37, and that was 29p fees. And then as a purchase, we bought an Ascended Heroes ETB from Amazon. We got the invite, and that was £47.24 all in with postage and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all the numbers. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Bye.